What's good, y'all? This is Tilo Da Vinci of Conceited magazine. I'm here with the artistic and lovely Zippy. Y'all stay tuned. I got a lot coming from her. Y'all gonna learn a lot about Zippy today, man. She one of a kind.
Conceited, conceited, conceited. We conceited like love it.
What's good, y'all? It's Tilo Da Vinci, Conceited magazine. We back here with Zippy, and we about to kickstart this interview. Y'all about to learn a lot about Zippy. Trust me, I learned a lot just in the last 30 minutes of sitting here with her. But, you know, I'm not going to speak too much on Zippy. You know, just tell everybody a little bit about you.
Okay, first, I obviously have bad habits, and I'm an extremely nervous person, so they obliged me to let me smoke. But I've been probably doing art for like 5 to 7 years. I know that's kind of a big gap, but, you know, it's been a while, you know, and then like throughout your life when you're like little and shit, so.
Gotcha. So, let y'all know, Zippy is one of the biggest artists in South Carolina right now. Y'all see her work, her pictures, all over social media. And Zippy, like, when did you first realize that you have an artistic talent?
I've always been a doodler, and then, like, people used to ask me to draw notes in study hall, like, because I would just, like, write on the sides of them and stuff. So that used to be kind of my first time when people just asked for artwork, you know what I'm saying? And then I used to work at this head shop on Two Notch, and one of the tattoo artists, like, in our block or whatever, like, he saw me drawing one day, and he was like, you know, that's something that you should probably, like, pursue, you know? And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And then I started posting on Instagram, and people started wanting to buy stuff. So, but that was like a couple of years later. I would post stuff here and there on Facebook, but I wasn't really good with Facebook.
So, you realized that you had the talent. What made you decide to take it seriously? Because I know some people, you know, they develop a hobby or a talent, and they kind of, you know, like you say, do something every now and then. But what made you take it seriously? Like, I see that you're painting consistently. I see your sketchbook is damn near filled. Like, what inspired you to keep it going?
Well, a lot of people, I don't know if they know online, but I dropped out of high school when I was 17, like my senior year. Not because I couldn't do it, but I kind of was like, I was like in all AP, and then I dropped down to advanced to try to hang out with more normal people, and then I dropped down to regular to try to like hang out with the cool people, because I just got tired of being like nerdy and shit. So, you know, I ended up just dropping out somehow. Finally was like, you know, this is a brainwash institution anyway. I tried to validate it. And then I realized, like, oh shit, like, what am I about to do for a living? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just kind of was like, well, you know, people kind of are backing me on it. So I was like, might as well kind of try it.
So it sounded like at one point in time in your life, you felt like you had to do what everybody else was doing to blend in.
Yeah, I feel like everybody, and I don't know if it's society that teaches us or if it's just human nature, I just feel like everybody goes through that fucking period. And like I said, I used to fucking be in smart people classes, so I was fucking nerdy as shit, like just smart. Every time somebody would say something, I used to be like one of the people who correct them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like people are like, the fuck? This bitch is cute, but she crazy, like she's weird. And so like, you know, I just kind of wanted to fit in, but it was good because I got experience from like both sides of the board, you know? So
I like the phrase you say, cute, crazy, and weird.
Yeah.
How did you learn to embrace that?
It's gonna sound so lame, but social media kind of gives people that are kind of awkward like that opportunity to where people can judge them more so off of what they have to offer than necessarily like, you know, like when people, like I feel like strangers always treat you better than people that have grown up with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like social media just kind of opened up a whole new like field. So instead of being like, oh, that shit is weird, and especially being from the country, you know what I'm saying? Like down here, a lot of shit don't fly. So like, instead of it being like, oh, she's different, she watched Dragon Ball Z, like that's weird. That's like, you know, weird stuff. So like instead of that, it was more like, dang, she's cool, she's like into this, and it was kind of, and that was like the first time I kind of was like, I got shit.
Got her emoji flip on.
You're right. Sorry.
That's what's up.
She's still lame.
So, what's your definition of an artist? I see that word get slandered and misused a lot of the times. Even with music, I hear rappers calling themselves an artist, but it's nothing artistic about it.
Yeah.
What's your definition of an artist?
I think, like, and especially when you throw music in, I feel like the real artists are people who don't use gimmicks. Like, you can tell who tries to do, like, certain stuff just to get stuff sold. You know what I'm saying? And who does stuff like, it doesn't matter what's popular, I'm going to do this and see how it goes because this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not the wave or whatever the new little trendy word is, or, you know, at the time, or, like, I don't know, like, it's just people rely on gimmicks to sell now. Everything is business. Everything is big business. So, like, I just feel like I would rather be broke doing stuff that I like than instead of just, like, every time somebody tells me to do something, to do that. And I think that's what makes me an artist, is that I stand behind, like, my vision more so than anything else.
Basically, what she's trying to tell people is don't be afraid to be different and stick to your vision, no matter what that person say or this person say. So you got to keep it going. So that's cool to know. I'm glad you think differently on that scale, because I feel like if everybody, you know, did the same shit, then we get the same product.
Yeah.
So somebody got to change it up.
Yeah. For sure.
So you say you've been doing everything for a few years. Tell me a little bit about your working path. Like, I know you say, like, you decided to do art, you know, to survive and to make ends meet, but, like, tell me a little bit about the job history, you know, towards your art that you done.
I haven't really done any collaborations. Most of the stuff is just kind of like either it's just straight from me, or if people want commission stuff, I'll get that done. And then I used to make rolling trays. That's kind of what kind of started me off with selling artwork. And it was just because I was like, it's functional, everybody smokes, so, like, you know, I'm gonna make these rolling trays. Like,
so rolling trays.
Mm-hmm.
Do you smoke?
I do smoke.
Okay.
Almost every damn day. Let me stop.
I wish we had one of them rolling trays to show.
I do have a rolling tray, and I already kind of previously started smoking, but this is one that I made for myself. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of the wave, you know. I'm just kidding. I used that word bad before, but, you know, but when I say it, it means the right, sincere thing, I promise. But yeah, I don't mind if I do. Is that what we're hitting at? 'Cause
yeah, so
I'm getting real weird.
If you're a real smoker, you gotta hit Zippy up for a smoke tray. If I see someone with a smoke tray, I know they're serious.
Right?
You take it seriously, and that's a dope tray. I like that.
Thank you.
So you smoke almost every day?
Yeah, and probably not as much as people think either. It's just because if I smoke too much, then I can come up with every reason not to, like, do anything. And, like, when you're your own, like, boss, you kind of got to make yourself clock in and clock out. So you got to be kind of careful. Like, everything you do, it's good, but do everything in moderation. Like, you're not Wiz Khalifa. That's what I have to tell myself. Like, you can't afford to just sit around and smoke all day and, like, not care about nothing. So.
Gotcha. So, smoking. This is I'm a small smoker or whatever, but this is, you know, what people always say, that smoking inspires your creativity. Do you feel that way?
You'll see it in my pieces, but most of the time I smoke after I paint.
Okay.
Yeah, it just, like, kind of, like I said, it kind of more, I don't want to say it clouds my head, but it's kind of like I need it sometimes because my brain is constantly going. So I just, like, smoke so I can slow myself down. Like, I even talk fast, like, hand motions are fast. I probably look like a ghost on camera. I don't even know, you know?
Gotcha.
Conceited, conceited, conceited. We conceited like fluffy. Conceited, conceited, conceited. We conceited like fluffy.
So, what should we expect from you in the next, you know, few months? You know, what's some big moves or projects or changes that you got coming up as far as your art and, you know, your life?
Hopefully I will be moving from South Carolina soon. Sorry, guys.
Oh, man. But so, what's your reasoning for moving, and, like, why you feel like you're moving? Do you feel like that's the next step right now?
I know some people are like, if you can't make it where you're from, you can't really make it anywhere. And I kind of was like, I don't think that's true, because I've tried to do like a lot of stuff with people here. I've tried to like reach out and stuff, and I don't really feel like it kind of goes the way that I'm hoping it'll go and stuff. So, and I feel like I said before, like strangers, the kindness of strangers will get you by, like in life, you know what I'm saying? And people will like appreciate you more like somewhere else almost, I feel like, than sometimes in your back door, which is kind of unfortunate, but sometimes it takes other people kind of like fucking with your shit before your own like backyard.
Your own neighbors.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like I always hear the little, I don't got no money for artwork, but then they always got like the freshest shoes on. I'll be like, and then they want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about your damn shoes. You ain't bought shit. Like, you know.
Shoes, you gotta keep it real.
Right.
And that's what I like. I see this picture down here. I've been staring at it for the longest. Tell me a little bit about this picture that we had down here on the bottom. It looked like it has like newspaper. It looked like it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's like, I guess it would be like considered a mixed media collage, but the background is vintage Playboys from like 60 something, and you know, and it says like spread all over it, and so I mean, I don't really like explaining my stuff because I feel like I always do it really awkwardly, but it's just like, I guess it's like subliminals, but then like right there at the same time, like,
It's creative as hell. It's
yeah,
different.
it's just kind of like, I mean, it's kind of is what it's about. It kind of, you know, that one's kind of, and then, you know, like newspaper spread, and like I get cheesy sometimes if I explain it, but yeah, that's what that one is.
And so, back a few weeks ago, everyone, we had like the KKK rally, we had the Black Panthers rally, and it was like a significant shirt I seen everywhere with the big middle finger on it,
Mm-hmm.
on the Confederate flag. And so, I actually, you know, did a little bit digging, and one of my friends says like, Malik had that sweater, and it was like that you painted the sweater for him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about that image, and you know, just how you felt about the situation a little bit.
It's like 2 years ago, Malik came to me. I was doing like custom sweatshirts. I was like painting them, and he had wanted like a Confederate flag with a middle finger, so it was really like his idea, and I was like, oh Lord, like, you know, he lives in like Blythewood, so I'm like, I don't need nobody to come after me, you know what I'm saying? So like, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for him, because I was like, it sounded like really cool, like I did like the idea of it, so I did it for him, and like I said, that was like 2 years ago, and then like he hit me up in my he hit me up and sent me the picture of him with it while he was out there, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that shirt, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of just I ended up hitting him up and then like asking like, would you like to like go, like if we did this together or whatever, because it was like a custom thing, so I try not to like reproduce custom work, because people started asking about it, and so we ended up deciding that we wanted to get them printed, and so now they're like available through site or pickup in Columbia, but my website is thetoilet.bigcartel.com. Sorry, shameless plug.
Hold on, you gotta tell me that one more time. What's the site name again?
Thetoilet.bigcartel.com.
Okay.
And it's called The Toilet because that's where you can go to get all the hot shit. Yes, I'm corny like as fuck.
No, it's different. And that's what we
corny and proud.
There you go, corny and proud. I like that.
Right.
So, like, what's your overall mission? What are you trying to get done? What do you feel like is, you know, what you're trying to do? Like, are you just trying to just sell your artwork, or are you trying to sell your brand? Like, what's more of your objective?
My objective is to be satisfied with how I live my life, and that includes being able to express myself in any form that I see fit. Like, there's other stuff that I'm interested in. I love old film and filmography and stuff like that, so it's like there's other stuff that I want to do. I'm like creative in other aspects. I kind of play around with music, Super Mario is always trying to get me like in the studio, but I'm kind of awkward. So I'm like, I don't think I could sell myself as a musician, but maybe songwriting is something I could do. But there's just other stuff that I want to play around with. This is like only the kind of the beginning of everything, and I feel like once it comes together, that's when people are gonna really see like what I'm working with. I don't think, like, I've got like a pretty good following online, and I appreciate everybody that supports me, but it's like at the same time I always feel like they're like waiting on me to do something tight, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't think I've hit that yet, but it's like because I have so many ideas that I'm trying to wrap. I'm trying to do this like ultimate like throw up on the world type thing, you know what I'm saying? I want to make a mess, like, and just kind of do that. So that's what I see myself doing artistically, is fucking throwing up on the world, I guess.
I understand you want your work to be recognized,
yeah,
and valued.
Yeah.
What's one of the issues that you run into being an artist? You know, I guess being around town that, you know, everyone know you, and you're, you know, I know you're trying to make money off your pieces. Like, what's some of the issues that you run into being an artist?
For one, if I do decide to go out, and especially like in 5 Points area, like college kids will be like, "Oh my God, are you the girl that makes those rolling trays?" And I'll be like, trying to get my drink on, you know, it's like these newly 21, like so excited, uber drunk sorority girls. Sorry, I call them sorostitutes because normally they're the little hoey ones that be running around. Oops, sorry. But I do love you guys. Y'all are they're like wild party people. But yeah, so like downtown, you know how like 5 Point scene is down here. It's like a big keg party. I don't know, like people go, they get too excited and it's like really weird. So that's kind of awkward. But I try to always be nice, but it's just like I don't think people know how aggressive they really are when they come talk to me. So, or like I'll get like kind of like weird stuff where somebody will be like, "Are you just at such and such because I saw you?" And I'll be like, "Come say hey, you don't have to send me creepy after comments." Like, that's so creepy because it makes me like, every time I'm like,
what's the creepiest that you have experienced so far?
I've got a couple penises in DMs. And I just feel like I didn't ask for this, so I end up normally posting them, and like everybody else who didn't ask for it gets to enjoy it with me for the day. So like, you will have a roast session if you dare to send me a dick pic, because that is not, sorry guys, y'all just don't have cute like love making parts. So sorry. So that's why, like, for one, I always draw women. See, I'm so politically incorrect. This might be awful for me. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
So speaking of that, what are you into guys, females? What's your preference?
Oh, my sexual preference?
Yeah, your sexual preference.
I like guys, but I just like, I've dated a girl. I've like, you know, I mean, I know some bitches, but I'm so focused on myself that it's like, I couldn't even give nobody the time of day that they need, and I'm not really into the random sessions with people, because then I'm just like, you know what I'm saying?
Waste of time,
like,
and especially when you focus.
And it could be gross. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what people got out here. Instagram makes shit a little too, like, people feel a little too close. So, like, instead of having, like, 20 bitches to choose from, like, people have, like 100. Yeah, like, all of a sudden you're, like, your shit goes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm, like, I'm wary of people nowadays. I gotta fall in love or something.
Okay. So, everyone, we had a nice little interview with Zippy today. Y'all gonna see a whole lot more coming from her, and y'all gonna see some more, you know, of her artwork on the site. And just give everybody a little bit more about your social media, because I need everybody to follow you and fuck with you.
Alright, it's a long one. But it's Zipporah Joelle, which is my real name. I know it sounds good, but it's too long. But here you go. Instagram. ZIPPORAHJOEL. And that's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I only post every now and then, but that's pretty much it. And then the website is thetoilet.bigcartel.com.
Okay. So y'all got her social media information. Make sure y'all hit her up. She got the custom pieces for sale. And just remember this: if you're coming to buy a piece, you're paying for quality. So don't come with the harassing and trying to lowball people. You're getting quality work for someone that spends their time, their creativity, and put a lot of effort into. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to Zippy. We got a lot more coming from her. This is not the last time. Conceited Magazine, we checking out.